Good afternoon, students. Welcome back to microprocessor and microcontroller online class. In the last class, we have discussed the introduction about the 8051, that is a Atmel microcontroller. Microcontroller is also called as microcomputer. It is also named as computer on a chip. 8051 has been producing by the Atmel Corporation, and it is an integrated circuit which can perform the function according to the user program, so that it is a programmable integrated circuit which can control the devices according to the user program. In the last class, we have discussed how the microcontroller will be different from the microprocessor, that is 8086 microprocessor. And also we have discussed some of the important features of 8051, that is a microcontroller. In this class I am going to talk about the architecture and the pin diagram and some interfacing of 8051 I am going to discuss. So in the previous classes we have discussed the introduction of the 8051. As we discussed, it is a single chip computer or a computer on a chip. We know that the computer can consist of the various peripherals, and it can consist of the CPU, and it can have the memory, input output devices, timers, and some converters, analog to digital and the digital to analog. All these will be on one chip, so that it is named as microcontroller, or in other words we can call it as a microcomputer. Microcontroller is meant to be more self-contained and independent, and functions as a tiny dedicated computer. That means we will be getting the complete computer on an integrated circuit, so that we can call microcontroller is a computer on a chip or a system on a chip. Now we will be discussing the features of 8051. We have discussed all these features in the previous classes. In the last class I have discussed the features of 8051, and all these are the features of the 8051, that is a microcontroller. Then in the last class we also covered the differences between the microprocessor and the microcontroller. Anyway, I am going to talk the same topic in this video also. And the microprocessor is a general purpose device, and the microcontroller is nothing but it is a computer. Microprocessor will process the data, and which reads the instructions from the memory, and which can process the binary data, and it can perform the function according to the user program. So it is nothing but microprocessor is nothing but CPU on chip is called a microprocessor, so that it doesn't contain any peripherals like input output devices, converters, timers, and the memory. It doesn't contain all these things. Whereas in case of microcontroller, all these can be integrated into a single chip, so that it is called single chip computer. And the processor is nothing but CPU only, and whereas in the controller it is going to control the operations of the devices which are interfaced with this one. And coming to the operation of the 8086 microprocessor or the 8085 microprocessor, design is complex and expensive, but here the design is very simple and less expensive. It has zero status flag, it has no zero status flag. Like this we can have the features of the 8051. But anyway, we have discussed the many features in the last classes of the 8051. Now I am going to talk about the architecture of the 8051. 8051 will be having the two architectures. It consists of the two architectures. one Neumann architecture. That means it can have only one bus used for the both data transfer and the instruction fetches. That means in the one Neumann architecture we will be having only one bus, and that bus can be used for data transferring as well as it is used for the fetching the instructions or writing the instructions into the memory or from the memory. But the thing is here, these both the operations cannot be done at the same time, one after another, based on the program, based on the interrupt signal which are allowed by the 8051, and the same bus can either served as a data bus or can be served as a address bus. Address bus is nothing but it is going to identify the one particular memory location so that it can read the instructions or it can write the instructions into that. And in the features of 8051 we have discussed that it is having the Harvard architecture, and so that it can have the separate data and instruction buses, and the transfers to be performed simultaneously on the both of the bus. Whereas here 8086 microprocessor is having the one Neumann architecture, whereas Harvard architecture is where 8051 is having this architecture will be having the two different buses. Separate data and instruction buses will be there, and that architecture was invented in the Harvard University, so that it is named as Harvard architecture. So my point is clear that in one Neumann architecture only single bus can be used for the data and as well as instruction fetching, whereas in case of Harvard architecture two separate buses will be there for the data and as well as instructions. So what the point I wanted to clear here is that whereas in the one Neumann architecture at a time we can't transfer the data and we can't fetch the instructions at a time, these two operations can't be done, whereas in Harvard architecture transfer can be performed simultaneously on the both the bus. Data transfer can be performed simultaneously on the both the buses, and the both the buses are data and instruction buses. This is the internal architecture of 8051. In the last class I have explained this is the architecture of 8051. We can call it is a block diagram of 8051 also. So it is having the two interrupt signals. This is completely, it is 8051 microprocessor, microcontroller, and it is getting the two interrupt signal from the external devices, so that based on the interrupt signal it is going to interrupted and it is going to serve that particular function. We know that microcontroller is nothing but it is a programmable integrated circuit on which we will be having the CPU, memory, input output devices and the timers, and we will be having all the things onto a single chip, so that all these blocks were there on the integrated circuit. This is interrupt control. Based on the interrupt controlled block, any one interrupt signal will be selected based on this based on the priority, so that will be given to the processor. And we know that CPU is nothing but it is a central processing unit which is brain of the computer, and it can work on a clock frequency which is given by the crystal oscillator. And it is having about the microprocessor will work with the 5 megahertz frequency, whereas microcontroller will work with the 11 megahertz frequency. So that these are called system buses, and this bus or these two buses